question I commonly get when I am talking about my mental illness openly on social media, which you guys know is kind of just what I do. Why do you talk so openly about your mental illness and your physical illness on social media? It's kind of a short answer, but long enough that I wanted to put it in a video, so bear with me. I've been open about my mental illness and my physical illness on social media since I was in middle school. And before that, I've been very open about it with my friends and family. And some people think that's a little bit strange, some people love it, and I have been told by both sides that, one, a lot of the people that tell me I shouldn't do it tell me that I am putting my future at risk by talking about my mental illness and my physical illness openly on the internet, because it can affect how you get jobs and it can affect your reputation in the future. But the reason that I am very adamant about talking about mental illness and physical illness on social media is because I think that we need to be doing a lot more to break the stigma of mental illness and physical illness by talking about it openly. I think a lot of us assume that when we talk openly about these kind of things, that we will be judged, that we will be shamed, that we will have issues with our friends and family and our workplaces, and that can very well be the case. And I think that's the big reason why a lot of people don't share their needs and what's going on with them, and bottling up inside the emotions that they're feeling, and it can really cause you to break if you don't openly talk about it, either with a therapist, with your family, or like I do on social media. Granted, I do talk about it a little bit differently than I would with, say, my family or my therapist, but I'm still open about it, and I'm open about the fact that I don't live a very normal life, and I have to do things a lot differently than others to be able to make a life for myself that I can thrive in. The other thing that I think is really important is the fact that I think being open about your struggles helps a lot of people who have the same struggles. When I first started talking about mental illness on social media, got this incredible amount of messages and responses to talking about it openly, and I've had so many people tell me that they feel better with talking about it openly now. They feel less alone. They feel like they can be more of who they are because of somebody talking openly about their struggles on the internet. A lot of people, when they struggle with either physical or mental illness, really tend to put themselves in a box and also think that nobody understands what they're going through, which is not the case. And I want that to be very clear with my content, is that even if you have something that is rare, or you have something that you don't know anybody in person with, there are very, very many people in the world that have the same thing that you struggle with and have found ways to treat it, or to take better care of themselves, anything in that range, to live a normal life with a mental or physical illness. The stigma of mental illness and physical illness can really just affect not just the media, not just family members, but it can really beat a person to the ground. And there's a reason why in a lot of the countries that are highly stigmatized with mental and physical illness, and they don't let their citizens really discuss it openly, there's a reason why there's huge suicide rates in those countries, because people don't feel like they are normal. People don't feel like they should be having these thoughts, having these things happen with their mind and their body. And in that, they feel like they're an abomination. They feel like they're a burden on their family and friends and on their workplace. And that type of stigmatization can ruin someone. In order to stop the stigmatization, we need to be more open about mental health, physical health, and how we are affected by those, and how the world is affected by us, as well as how the world affects us in turn. That is really the main reasons why I am so open about my mental health and my physical health issues. I've never been somebody who has wanted to keep my mental health and my physical health a secret, and it, yes, can impact a lot of factors in your life, but I think it's really important either way, and it does not have to be openly on social media if you're not comfortable with that. But I definitely think that it should be with your family. It should be the friends that you're comfortable with, and especially if you're mentally ill, I think it should be a therapist or a psychiatrist. Those are just my opinions, but do whatever feels comfortable to you, and if you're not ready to openly talk about it yet, take your time. It doesn't necessarily have to be right now, but I do want to encourage those of you who are struggling to be open about it, because it can help you and it can help others and it can change your life. I hope you guys all find the courage to start talking openly about how you struggle, but do keep in mind that you are going to want to keep a lot of parts of your life positive. If you're constantly talking about negativity and complaining about what's wrong with you and how you're being affected by it, it can bring you down and it can bring those around you down. But I don't want people to flat out not talk about their issues anymore and not talk about their mental and physical illnesses, because that's when it becomes problematic. Do not bottle up your emotions and keep them inside, because eventually it's gonna break and you're gonna break in the process. If you want to find me in any other places, my mental health and physical health Instagram is going to be Care For Yourself, Care For Others on Instagram, and that's going to be linked down below, as well as my skincare Instagram, which is Sleepy Self Care. That's also linked down below. And if you want to join a Facebook group that is made specifically to talk about mental health and physical health as well, I have a link to that down below. It is still growing. I just started it, so that is a good place to hopefully be a community of people who are here to listen and to be able to be a community for those of you guys who want to talk about what's going on with you, like this whole video has been about. If you guys have any other questions for me or video requests as well, you guys can put those in the comments down below. I hope you guys are having an awesome rest of your day, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye bye.